13.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys are coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. That one complete to the former Seminole, Arden Tate. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give running right, Etienne. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The 2nd running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup there.
That's right.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Uses the stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Let's go. Let's go.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Draw play, Etienne. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here's Lance to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And running with power here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Allen off the play fake. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. To throw, it's Lance. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's not good enough, man.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A solid, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Second down at 7. On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Allen. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. A handoff for Etienne. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Peppers. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessful.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Lance. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah.
serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
To Barkley on the check down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Lance now on 1st down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's a give to Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A handoff running left is Etienne.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Shaquille Barrett gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31-32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
A give to Etienne running right.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Allen's throw is complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. To the air, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
To throw, it's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
And Lance now to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From midfield, here's Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught by Watkins for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Pretty plain and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Another tote for ETN.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On first down, Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Again, it's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. But somebody's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
He dumps it off to Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, here's Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Lance.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Etienne once more. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. And this is Parker, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 3rd down, Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen's throw is complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Miami. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan base. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for the Giants.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 125 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Giants. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Butker on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Throwing is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to the New York Giants.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And Lance's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this is caught by Parker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've reached the 1 minute mark in this game.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Moore.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Saquon Barkley. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you want.